Okay. Oh my gosh. Oh, let me open this. Hey, chat. I'm back. I'm back. I thought it would take longer too. So the electrician came in and he was like, at first I couldn't find him. That was the big thing, is like, I thought he went to the wrong house. So then, I was like looking outside and he was like kind of just, I just had to leave and he was in his car. So the electrician came in and he was just super nice. He was like really kind guy. He was trying to explain to me about like, I don't remember anything he said, but he looked at the breakers and he's like, oh yeah, like these breakers are super faulty. Like they're, I don't know, they tend to be, they always have this problem, and it's a good sign that it's just your room, because I don't remember what he's saying. He said something about neutral something, super easy fix. It'll take 3 minutes. And I was like, oh, 3 minutes. Okay. 3 minutes. So he comes back in 3 minutes later, and then he's like, all right, it's all done. And I was like, great, awesome, that's incredible. And then, sorry, my brain is all jumbled. So he's like, I was like, that's incredible. He then pulls out like a breaker or something, not a breaker. He pulls out like a thing that he replaced in the breakers or whatever. I don't even know what a breaker is. I don't know anything about electricity. And he like takes the time to explain to me how it all works. And I was like, yeah. Oh, and I didn't know anything he was saying. So, I just didn't want him to I was like, wait, what? And then, so I just nodded and I was like, oh yeah, that makes sense. I don't know what he's saying. I don't know anything about electricity. So, he was the nicest guy, right? So then, as I'm walking him out, he's like, oh, your groceries are here. And someone Instacarted or got groceries, right? I was like, thank you so much. I'll bring them in. And then, so he's like, I was like, oh, how do I pay? And then he's like, oh, do you have like a check? And I was like, oh, I don't have checks. He's like, do you have Zelle? I was like, I don't have that. And then I was like, oh, because Emily contacted them. So I was like, oh, did my assistant pay? But I always feel so like, when I say like, oh, my assistant, I feel like so like, so I was like, I don't know. It just feels like, I hate saying I have an assistant. I don't know why. I mean, I love her, but it's like more of like let my assistant do it. I feel like, I feel like annoying April RP, So I was like, yeah, did my assistant handle that? And he goes, oh, I'm too famous for that, right? He's like mocking me. And I was like, okay, that's not what I'm saying. And he's like, no, that's fine. You sound like my wife in the best way possible. And then, he's tallying it all up, and he's like, it's gonna cost you like, then he was like $500. Like, oh, $500. Like, yep, that's fine. Let me just go get let me just Venmo it to you. And so I go around my phone to get Venmo, and then it was expensive. But it was also like, he said we have like really expensive breakers, like the brand that we use, like really expensive. And also he did it like immediately, or paying for like the convenience of him coming out like in 2 hours and all that. So, I was like, I loved it. And it was really, really nice. So, came back, I come back to the door with my phone, and then we're on the phone. He's talking to his boss, I think. Is it boss? And then, his boss is like, what's her name so I can write it down? And I was like, Leslie Fu. And then he's like, wait, can I talk to her? And then I was like, yeah, give me the phone. So I take the phone, and then he's like, are you like Leslie Fu from Twitch? And I was like, yeah. And he goes, no way, I'm a huge fan. And I was like, wait, what? He's like, I love your streams. Like, you stream GTA? And I was like, yeah. And he's like, wait, that's crazy. Like, I love your streams. And the guy next to me is like, and then he's like, no way, because like I was talking to your assistant, and then like your name sounded familiar, and then like I just can't believe it. Like, I like literally love your GTA stream. I was like, oh, well, thank you for watching. And he's like, here, how about we just we'll just waive your fee, and then maybe you can just like shout us out or something. I'll send you over our Yelp name, or and I was like, sure. Sure, let's do that. I don't have his Yelp thing yet. I think he's gonna send it to Emily, but that was so funny. And then I get off the phone, and the guy's like, oh, like you're famous. I was like, no, no, no. And he's like, can I get an autograph for my daughter? And I was like, I don't have a pencil or paper. And he's like, let me run to my truck. So he ran to his truck. I got the pen. He got the notepad. And he's like, just write it to my daughter, blah, blah, blah. And I signed an autograph. I signed an autograph for him, wrote a little note to his daughter. And then he's like, thank you so much. Can I bring in all your groceries for you? I was like, sure. He's like, yeah, no, because like there's like a shrimp in there. I don't want like, he brought in all of my boxes, or I don't even know whose boxes they were. He just brought in all these things, and he's just like the nicest. He's like, yeah, I know that guy. He's my boss. He's the nicest. We've worked with him for 15 years. He's so great. And I'm like, wow, like you guys seem so sweet. Like it was so wholesome. Like, how did that happen? That was so random. Like, I don't know. Like, it was just, I don't know. Hey! The kids are fighting. Anyway, so it's fixed. I think. I mean, power goes out. No. So yeah, my electrician's boss was a fan. He's a Lesler, Your Honor. And then waived the whole electrician, the whole fee for us, and it was really nice of him. And I told him like, yeah, if you watch my VODs from the past couple days, you'll see that they like all got cut off. That's because of the electricity. That's why I need you guys. And he's like, no way. Yeah, he's on his Sal RP. So that was wild. That was actually like, that is the most random like person to recognize me. Like over the phone, my electrician's boss is like, can I talk to her? Leslie Fu from Twitch? And I was like, that's me. Anyway, so actually just so cool. I'm like, it's just so random. Okay. All right. So I'm back. Hopefully the electricity actually worked. He said like with the situation, like the breaker situation that we had, it was like, it's really common for them to pop all the time. So he wasn't surprised. And anyway.